Hello, 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 welcome back to the continuing adventures of NomNomulous as he finishes up whatever the hell it is he planned to do and treks through the dungeon. Apparently I left the mouse cursor sitting right in the middle of the video last video. I apologize for that. It did not look good on second watching. I'm not sure how I missed that. In any event, hope you all enjoy what's happened so far. I've cleared out most of the dungeon, picked up 4 runes, and at this point, I could beat the game. I've cleared out Zot 5 and left the orb sitting there, but I don't know. I'd rather have fun with it than beat the game, to be completely honest. So I'm considering going into Pandemonium at risk of life, not even with the goal of picking up all the stuff inside it, just to do it. Before I enter, I'm going to ditch something. I just feel like I should be ditching stuff, but the truth is, I guess this amulet's useless. I don't know why I still have it. Everything else here is good. At least potentially good. Yep, I guess that's it. I could have stood to cure mutation. I mean, I did cure mutation. I could have stood to take cure mutations with me. I don't see the point, though. My goal isn't to get all the runes inside. My goal is to simply go there, survive for a while, and maybe find something nice. And if I do come across a rune chamber I think I can handle, I will. But I'm not going to risk life and limb for it, because at the end of the day, that's not that important. Alright, enough said. In we go. Good luck, right? And, oh, what's my weight capacity? 30%. Wonderful. I have plenty of carry room. In we go. Almost at once it begins. We're gonna go conservation to protect ourselves because the first thing I come across is capable of item destruction. I can see invisible thanks to the halo. Effectively see invisible thanks to the halo, so that's nice. I'm definitely gonna be utilizing the permafood on the ground. In fact, I'm gonna set a base number of 7 for my rations, and beyond 7 I will instantly eat whenever I get rations. Okay, you know what? These are all undead, right? I'm gonna save the holy word. I don't need it right now, but gotta remember I have that. Oh, and TSO piety and HP and MP are all gonna regenerate thanks to this. This is awesome. This is gonna be great. TSO is gonna enjoy my stay here more than I am. Oh, what's that? An executioner in a corner? I cornered him. It's usually the other way around in games, you know? You're running from the executioner who has you cornered. Alright, so far so good. Conservation is still on. And ultimately, you know, I accepted a while ago that my scrolls and potions were basically not going to last. After that, I found conservation, and I was able to slow the process. But you know, you gotta square with that concept eventually, and just deal with it. And once you do, you realize it's really no big deal because you know you've got a lot. You've got a lot of abilities. You've got a lot of ability to use those abilities. It's not like you're desperate every time. I should be more concerned about mutation than I am, to be honest. I don't know exactly which enemies mutate me, and I need to figure that out. I'm going to continue doing this. Alright, floor cleared. I am near starving, however, so I have to eat. I will eat one of the bread rations I picked up. Net food gain, 0. Well, I picked up a choco, so food balance is a net positive, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and take the moment right now and figure out which. I know I've been told it's Cacodemons and the Necozexes, or the Executive Necos, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure it's correct. I just want to see it for myself. Malmutate, first thing in their list. That's Necoxec. Alright, what's next? Actually, here's the easiest way to do it. What are these demons? Show me the demons. Cacodemon I want to know about. Demonic Crawler I know can't. Hairy Devil, Hellbeast, Hillwing, Ice Devil, Ice Fiend, Iron Devil, Iron Imp, Lemure, Loriciprococa, I don't know if it can or not. I assume it can't though. Orange Demon. Fiends, good to know. Shadow Demon, I don't know what that is. Smoke Demon, I don't think it can. And Enoxenal. What I'm looking for is, can they mutate? Cacodemon definitely can. The Lorosiproca. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy now. Anti-magic HPMP. Fair enough. Melee based, poisonous sting, dex damage. Okay, so I guess this guy is not at all concerned. Triple resist, Necron resist hormones, great. Pit Fiends I remember very well. Oh, apparently they're no longer in the game, so yay! Oh, they've been replaced with the Hellfire Sentinel probably, so boo! Summon Demon, Shadow Creatures, good. Sticky Ball of Flame, at range and smiting, okay. And Enoxenal, nothing. So really, just those two, the purple one and the Cacodemon, are cause for alarm and mutation protection switch. The rest of the time I get to run my protection. Ooh, it's a Hellion Island. Hellion Islands, for those who are uninitiated, are guaranteed to produce the rune, IRC. They're also occupied by so many Hellions that merely approaching will put you in smite target distance of Hellfire times 7 or whatever. So what I'm going to do is ditch all of my scrolls now, and then I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to try, with the Staff of Energy for sure, to blind fire a few Orbs of Destruction. Oh! Nekozek. You feel odd for a moment times 3. That would have ended very badly for me if I hadn't switched. I can't even see my target. Let's fire at you. Let's fire and fire and fire and fire and fire. Okay, I managed to hit, and there is the Lord of the Pandemonium. So, switching forms, getting in melee range, nuking him down, and then getting away from the inevitable Hellion reprisals. You'll see why I dropped my scrolls at this point. With that kind of fire being leveled at me, it's inevitable that I'm not going to be able to conserve through it all. I would almost just like to teleport over to that island and rip them apart, but again, they're immune to Hellfire, so they wouldn't have any problem Hellfiring me at melee range, which means I would be getting hit by 12 Hellfires, irresistible, and I don't even have the resistance anyway, so, yeah. We're just gonna pelt them with conjurations. Off we go. Actually, you know what? Let's start exploring the level a little bit while I'm waiting to regenerate. Eat the banana right away, and the pear. I don't need item slots taken up with crap. Ooh, Scroll of Holy Word. I think that works like Torment for these guys, actually. This gives me an idea. Let's get out of range first. Then we'll dragon up. Make sure Swiftness is active and enter their range fully. Fully enter their range. I can only see 2 of them. That's not good enough. Now I can't see any of them. There! Perfect. Holy Word. That thinned out their numbers significantly. There's no point firing fire at them, so yeah, I am pretty restricted here. Let's splatter some butterflies. Oh, it's smite targeted. They don't need to hit me in particular. Okay, I apparently did something bad. You blow up your butterfly. Fuck! Knew it would be the butterflies in the end. Okay, it's always the butterfly. Never mind, I can do this without TSO. It would have been nicer to do it with TSO. But perhaps he will see my murder of Hellions as being a good thing. Come at me, bro. Oh, right, I have to disarm in order to use unarmed combat. There we go. Okay, closer. I keep seeing your orbit destruction dissipates, but I keep seeing it traveling the distance. Maybe I have to stand within vision range the whole time. Which is stupid. It used to be that you could fire and forget, and it might or might not hit, but you never know. But you don't have to care, because it might hit. Okay. I believe that's a full clear. So, fly over. Pick up the demonic rune of Zot. Okay. Continue the flight. Fly over again. Oh my god, that's awesome. Awesome! Okay, 5,000 gold to enter a Ziggurat. I don't think that I can deal with Ziggurats, to be completely honest. You'll notice that half my strategy is centered around doing a whole bunch of burst and then running away for a while to recover in a corner. That second part, running away to recover in a corner, is not an option in a Ziggurat. So, I'm not that confident in my ability to Zig right now. But early Ziggurats are pretty safe, so I might attempt to, like, start a Ziggurat or something. I don't know, we'll see. Also, that's the other thing. Yay, I got my Halo back. Other thing is, I'm not even sure what it is I would be trying to accomplish if I went to one of them. I mean, what do I really need? I guess potions of porridge would be nice to have, like, a stack of 20 of. You know what? The hell, let's just go and start it, and resolve not to finish it, unless, you know, I'm feeling overconfident, in which case I can die. Wand of Healing, that's the goal. Ostensibly, to get rid of all my rot and get back to Wand of Healing status. That's just some basic shit, so in we go deeper. And an artifact helmet would be nice, too. In we go deeper. Do I have that Wand of Disintegrate? I can still use it if I do. I do. Disintegrate, and then finish up. Let's butcher the Spriggan in. Oh, perfect. We'll eat the Spriggan. On we go. Runed Buckler. Remind me what bucklers I'm working with in the dungeon. I think I'm wearing an artifact. Yeah, that's correct. And it's a very good one, so yeah. In we go, deeper and deeper. Protect malmutation, please. Because I see a purple guy. Dragon up. Just finish this. Gotta remember that that is, in fact, my main way of attacking. Book. I'm pretty sure I can't use Animate Skeleton. I'm pretty sure that's a bad book. So why isn't it in red? There we go. The Shining One frowns upon the use of the spell. Might be an interface glitch, might be intentional, whatever the reason, I obviously shouldn't use it, so let's drop these books I can't use. A high-level book is almost certainly going to be useless to me. Nonetheless, I'm curious what it is, so indulge me. The Grand Grimoire, of course, that's what it would be. I'm mostly considering carrying this out of the dungeon with me, not actually ever using it. What kind of staff we talking about? Yeah, we can ditch that. Wield my hunger staff. And in we go. Said in we go. There it is. still resisting mutation, right? Yeah, why don't we switch that over to conservation again? Which is good, because I got hit by a fireball. Whoo-wee! Well, a bolt of fire. That's a clear. What kind of book are we talking about? Not interested. Onward we go. This time I'm going to try and do it without having to recast. Okay. I have resist necro times 3. This will be a good test of how ready I am to take on the tomb. There is an there is a mummy priest in there. I'm going to end up heavily rotted and possibly agonied. If I was heavily rotted, I didn't notice, so that's a good sign. I didn't even have to utilize haste, which is another good sign. Ditch that. Actually, what was the second spell that I have from this? Oh, no, I only have Fireball, and I do want to keep Fireball until I pick something better, so yeah, we'll lose that. Oh, they cursed half my inventory. Nothing, frankly, that I'm not willing to have cursed. I don't even use the Rod of Lightning anymore, to be honest. Let's wait out the slow and wait out the nausea as best we can. And just dragging up and in we go. I think I may have forgotten to, shit. Yeah, I may have forgotten to do something. Words. They fail me. Screw it! Kill orcs. Kill many orcs. That's the new mission. The orc warlord is the priority. Actually, the orc sorcerer is the priority, but he's just beyond unreachable without... Actually, I can probably shoot at him from here. Perfect. I have a nice little wall. And killing the zombies actually regenerates me a little bit, so that's nice. You know, if I had been following Machleb, all these kills would have the potential to give me health back. Whoever recommended that before, yeah, I'm beginning to see the benefit. I mean, I'm benefiting from the resist necro times 3 and all, but it's kind of a not-so-in-your-face benefit. Having Halo is fun, and it is boosting my to hit, but again, it's not an in-your-face type of benefit. Getting a bunch of health back is just an in-your-face, by the way, this is why I'm awesome moment type thing. Okay, so I got a manual and a couple new rings. I probably can only identify... Oh, I can identify them all. Awesome. Teleport inhibition equals big no-no. Ice, int, and damage 40 plus 4. Okay, so we'll lose this because it's a crappy slaying. And, I'm tempted about this one. My old one... No, accuracy plus 6, even with the risk of random teleport, is still probably better. There is a risk of random teleport versus no risk of random teleport, but the inhibition of teleport means you can't even initiate a teleport, so yeah, that's kind of dangerous. And I believe there was a book and a manual. So, manual, crossbows, well, I don't really look like a crossbower. And... yeah, we good. Better players would say that I should memorize apportation, so I will, just so that I can potentially loot a Ziggurat with it. I don't see the point, so I expect to never use it. Next floor. Oh my god, another one. Breaking line of sight. Dragon. Charge. Definitely want to finish off the mummies, and then go for the other undead, because the more undead I kill, the better. I'm also prioritizing the strongest attacks around me so that these weaklings continue to sustain me, but no, I'm getting really pummeled here by all of the smite or torment type attacks. I'm going to start making towards the exit from the other side, because I'm beginning to realize that this could end very badly. I'm at, what, 1/3 of my health? Definitely want the mummy dead, because he's padding out this encounter. Okay, that was the umpteenth smite. Heal wounds is a must at this point. If we can kill the big one, they'll all fall in line. Okay, we got the big one. Now they're all just gonna fall in line. Whew. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I may have a cursed inventory full of crap, but they're all dead, I'm not. On the flip side, that's kind of what I was worried about. And now it just happened. Ooh, an evening star. These are incredibly rare. Very cool. Especially if you use them, and I don't. So I guess not as cool and rare. Yeah, literally my whole inventory is cursed. And I have one scroll of remove curse to work with. Which may not seem like a big deal until you realize that I was hot swapping an amulet. So it is kind of a big deal. The staff I'm wielding and the stuff I'm wearing, which was melded, probably couldn't have gotten cursed until the end. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wield the amulet. Why would I take off a pair of gloves? Wear the pair of gloves, wield the amulet. And now I'm going to remove curse. Go back to wielding this. Nope, it didn't work. My little trick didn't work. So the first time I switch to resist mutation will also be the last time. Is basically what this comes out to. Until I get more remove curse scrolls, of course. I would like to mess with the evening star. Do I have any way of getting it off? If it's... Yes, I do. Good. Let's check it out. It is cursed. That's why I made sure that I could do this. Energy again. And, quaff, int, identify... Oh yeah, the book. That's what I was going for. Repel missiles, level 2. Oh, well, when eventually I want to forget this, I won't need to use an amnesia scroll, I guess. Alright, let's just heal up. That was a pretty brutal encounter. Definitely gonna use a ration here. And then, in we go. I prefer potions to rations, so that's why I'm preferentially using those. Let's put on repel missiles, because we're clearly being fired at. Let's attempt to put on deflect missiles, because this floor seems to be just full of these idiots. Yeah, there we go, it worked. And focus the big guys first. Then focus the other guys. Definitely want to get into melee range as fast as possible, just to, boom, take them all out. I don't know, I really feel like if you hold control, it should prevent you from trampling. Much like, because what holding control and then put it in a direction means is swing at the air, potentially, rather than attempt to attack your way into the square. So I've always pictured it as planting your feet in the ground, and it's, needless to say, very confusing when that's not what happens. Also, otherwise, the bonus that you get to trample is actually a mixed blessing at best and a potential curse that you can't fight in a good position. You are forced to fight in whatever position you end up in. I'm pretty close to the point where I will stop checking each book because I've gotten every spell that I ostensibly want or need. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch the Evening Star. As cool as it is, you know, a moment stop reveals that there's no point carrying it. I have no intention of becoming an armed fighter. Same with the 2 remaining books. I mean, none of these are gonna be useful. Charm/Necromancy, maybe, but I'm pretty sure that that's against the rules even for TSO. Which is stupid. Regeneration is totally a good spell, not a bad spell. I mean, a good guy spell, not an unholy spell. I don't know what to do next. I have to figure out. Oh yeah, put back on my old rank. No new remove curses. I've dilly-dallied enough. Feel quick. Staff of Energy, in we go. Control teleports are out. It's this floor. Because there's an Eye of Draining times 3, this may be the last chance I get to dragon, so just dragon up. And unfortunately, I did get mutated. Twice. One of them was a very, very big mutation, in fact. One of the most feared mutations. I must have ignored the shining eye. Yeah, I ignored the shining eye, that's what I did. Drop. If I don't say I'm that concerned, it's because, there we go. I knew that Cure Mutation was just going to be around the corner. I hate reduced healing rate. It is one of my least favorite mutations to have because metagame-wise, the way I play, I like regenerating before I go places. But that makes the process of waiting excruciatingly slow, and just that makes me more likely to do stupid things. So, yeah. It may not be in-game that I'm forced to be stupid, but out-of-game it ruins my gameplay. I just picked up a bunch of enchant armor scrolls. Unfortunately, none of my armor is cursed, so no need. Heal up, re-wield the correct staff. It's actually Wukod Mu. Oh no, I can't. If I Wukod Mu, then I can't switch back. Okay, and in we go. I guess I could. These guys can't mutate me to my knowledge. Yeah, and conservation is obviously going to be very useful. Repel missiles, deflect missiles. And let's start fucking killing them all. I don't want to become sick. I really don't want to become sick. I'm relying on my health to regenerate, and on my large pool of health to sustain. Becoming sick would be a bad thing for me. This is, again, you're clearly seeing why I have held off on putting on my cursed amulet of mutation without any ability to switch it back. I have been inside of fire clouds or fire shots and ice shots so many times in the last few turns that I would literally have no scrolls left if I had been. So conservation is really nice, even if mutation is more important. Ditch. Ditch. An un-ID'd amulet and a new ring of protection. New ring of protection isn't going to be as good as my old one. And I have no means of taking it off if it's negative, so let's actually not do that. We'll just carry it with me on the off chance it turns out to be better. Otherwise, eat... No, we're good. We good. Hunger for dragon form, by the way, is down to 3 pips from 4. That's nice. Oh wow, dodging is nearly maxed, fighting is nearly maxed. My evade is 35? Wow, that's kind of brokenly cool. Swiftness, in we go. This is a holy floor, and those are neutral holy beings as well. So I guess there is a... Oh wow, they're all... There's a lot of neutral holy beings here. I can't tell who's neutral and who's not, so I'm just gonna wait for a pattern to emerge. I'm pretty sure I just had a bloodless revolution. I guess there's technically some Shidus that aren't at full health, so technically they must not have been totally bloodless. I'm kind of worried that these guys are gonna take all the good stuff, so I'm kind of sort of edging towards the items quickly, but anything that I actually want? I guess the ruined pair of boots could prove nice. We are going to ditch the scroll of fear, because at this stage of the game, none of the enemies I'm fighting, for the most part, are capable of being affected by it. We're gonna switch out. I'm gonna wield the cursed staff and then enchant weapon to get it off. And then we're gonna wield the other cursed rod, enchant weapon to get it off, and then go back to what I actually want to wield. Actually, let's just rand wield this and evoke. Oh, I don't want to get killed actually, or penanced, and there's a chance that it will hurt these nearby guys. So let's make sure that I'm well out of the way when I activate this. It is the dance. So what am I wielding now? Okay, it's a summons deck. We'll ditch it, thank you. I have an ID scroll for the the artifact ring. It is in fact worthless. Perfect, off we go. That's good enough. I didn't factor in the possibility that I would be able to skip holy floors. This actually makes things a lot simpler since holy floors are up there with pan floors for being some of the hardest floors in Pandemonium. For me. I should specify. These, however, are the hardest because, again, damage reflection. That said, I am no longer running a character that tends to AoE blast everything. So, let's see how it goes. Are you pan reflecting? You are not. Let's beat you. Okay, I just realized why this isn't gonna work. Unless... Nope, these are not TSO accepted kills. These are merely kills that she does not object to. Therefore, I am going to opt for the basic strategy that should always be used on these floors. Get the hell out. There is actually no restriction on blinks right now, so controlled blink to here. Where's the door? There's the door. I'm just gonna beat you down and trample into your square as possible. You're not worth the gold. Jeweled staff, gold, dwarven crossbow, pair of twisted gloves. Where's that? Gloves, twisted. I want that, but ooh, can I apport from underneath him? Sweet, I totally can. Let's take that down with me. And down we go. I'm gonna just wear them and then enchant armor them off if it's cursed, so that's for later. This is clearly an ice floor. If I had the ability to protect myself from ice, I would. If I have a potion of resistance, I would. If I could conserve items, I would. I can, okay, good. Let's at the very least ditch the potion of cure mutation and restore abilities. These are the most important things to have handy, and oh, Christ! That's gonna be bad. What just hit me? I got tormented, not ice blasted. Unfortunately, the combination is going to be lethal. Yeah, it's going to be totally lethal. We're not going to die here. We're going to get out right now. So, actually, and all the potions I dropped just got destroyed, apparently. By, no, they didn't. Guys, I'm gonna make a executive decision, quote-unquote, and just decide that it's not worth saving my potions at the risk of my life. Let's blink here. Let's heal immediately. Enough to survive the next windfall. Then we'll blink again, control blink. I'm racking up a lot of distortion, probably. Here. Crude bronze ring. Experience. Oh my god, these are all fantastic, fantastic items. I really don't want to leave this floor. You know what? I am literally one bad tornado hit away and 2 ordinary tornado hits away from dead. I'm going to attempt to apport these items towards me. No, No, just leave, just leave, just leave, just leave, just leave. You shouldn't have come with me. That's bullshit. But, okay, curing. And kill him. I didn't get any of the items I wanted. I did get out with my life. And I actually lost all of my potions of cure mutation on the way. Oh! Okay. I apparently didn't. I lost all my potions of restore abilities on the way out. I did manage to get out without any mutation, with a lot of things cursed, and with no wand of healing. And a very valuable lesson. When you say you're not strong enough to do something, don't do it. You probably weren't strong enough. It is very rare to underestimate your abilities, and much more common to overestimate them. Alright. Torment, as I suspected, is the most painful thing imaginable, and when you have an HP pool as big as mine, it's even more so. I honestly don't know how you're supposed to deal with it, because if it's not blockable and it's not really mitigatable with this god, then, you know, shit. I'm going to do one more floor just for the sake of continuation, and then I'm going to actually call it the quits. I did get out with a lot of potions of porridge, if that counts for anything. I think it does. Dragon up, charge in. Oh, on we go. And I guess in total fairness, I would normally have had 3 levels of ice resistance, or 2 levels at the very least. So that was a possibility to be protected from, or with. Where are these? Stealth and something I don't really care about. W and U and put on N, or put on N. No, I think I dropped the wrong item. I'm actually fairly sure I dropped the wrong item. I did drop the wrong item. It's a good thing I was being observant. Apparently dropped a cure mutation somehow as well, so... Whoopsies. Clumsies. And I kind of want to point out, despite all these little mistakes I keep making, I'm doing really well. Dungeon Crawl is one of those games that, you know, you're told when you're starting off that there's no room for mistake and you have to be super duper careful. And those are not untrue statements. There isn't much room for making a bunch of stupid mistakes, and you do have to be very careful. But it's also not as bad as people make it out to be. I mean, when you hit a certain point, you have enough power that you can sustain pretty nicely. And you can afford a few small tactical mistakes over and over and over. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dragon up. I am starving, but doesn't matter. I will be unstarving shortly. Let's just take these things out, and then we'll worry about the hit penalties and such. For God's sakes, kill the malmutator. Okay, now we need to eat, and as for all I said earlier, I really want to try and get a net gain of rations. I was apparently overestimating the abundance of food in this area, so boo. Alright, we'll just bash you on the head with a stick. We're gonna get out of sight. Wait. And dragon and kill you. This fucking fiend's torment. Half health. Ah. Can I at least get a flat chance to resist based on MR or something? I mean, that would be nice. Alright, pandemonium. Here we come. I'm near starving, so, you know, probably should eat. Am I mutated? I'm not mutated. Am I waiting to do something that I haven't done? My intelligence is awfully low. Got drained pretty bad at some point. Could afford to fix that if I, you know, had a single scroll of remove curse. Or a potion of cure of restore abilities, both of which I blew during that Ziggurat that I shouldn't have been in the first place. You need to eat something now, huh? Fine. Here, have a choco. Save the honeycomb stack. end the choco stack. Oh, thank God. Finish off the last choco. You know what? Pull out, eat a bread ration, get ready. Now just kick everything's ass. Just kick everything's ass. Start with the Panlord, of course, then move on to the Malmutator, and then the Summoner. Always kill the Summoner before the summons, unless the summons are going to kill you right away. Orange guys, I am now being tormented by something. I wonder what. Presumably the Tormentor, who's right in front of me, and is dead now. I'm so used to looking at... And then there's a Shadow Fiend, so he's also going to be a pain in the neck. No, don't fly into Chaos. I've lost characters to that. Bunch of brutal kills. Did I ever get the demonic rune in the end? Okay, I did. Good. Because I know I did Hellion Island, so I would have been very disappointed if I didn't even get a rune out of it for some reason. You know what? Just charge him down. Barehanded. It is cool to be able to fight barehanded. With this, wow, 2 doors out. That's awesome. And several removed curse scrolls too, as if to say, alright, you've suffered enough, dumb bastard. Alright, I think that's about it. I must say, I like how TSO piety is constant. It's like every enemy. And given that the decay rate on TSO piety is mild enough that I didn't notice it, despite only having 1 or 2 zombies per floor up till now, this is kind of like being drowned into stuff. Anyway, that's enough for this video. At this point, I'm kind of feeling satisfied. I've dabbled, I've dipped my toe into the hard stuff. I've seen what it looks like, and I'm ready to call it the quits. The next video will probably be me just beating the game. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time.